The reason is because Forex is a lot like football. There's a lot of comparisons that you can make from day trading to sports, but Forex and football, I think, have a weird connection, just in my mind. I'm a big fan of Mike Bellafiore, prop firm and S&P Capital, right? Mike's book, one of his books, The Playbook, talks about how you have to have a playbook, a book of trade setups that you would trade, just so you're not randomly placing trades in every different direction. So the playbook sounds a lot like a playbook of plays that a football coach and his quarterback practice and their team practice, right? So there's our first comparison is we have our trade setups that we have to trade. We don't know what else is going on with news or other Fibonacci stuff. We have our setups right here, right? And the football players have their playbook. Okay, that's one commonality. What else? Well, think about yourself when you sit down at this trading desk. Think about yourself as Tom Brady. Think about yourself as the quarterback. The receivers, the wide receivers, who was his receiver then? Danny Amendola, Wes Welker, maybe still, right? Amazing receivers. Your receivers are running your routes. Those are your trade setups developing. Now, as they run the routes, as Euro USD looks to set up a trade, they're covered by the cornerback. Richard Sherman's covering them. Whoever it is covering that receiver. Tom, you as the trader, have the decision to throw the ball or not throw the ball, to take the trade or not take the trade, depending on the coverage and how well that receiver is running his route. So what I would compare the running the route and the coverage to is how probable is that trade setup? How many questions on your checklist did it answer that it says it's perfect or it could not be any better? If a lot of your questions, if not all of them, say it could not be better, this fits my system, then that receiver is open and Tom's going to throw the ball and we're going to see another touchdown. Tom has a really good gauge of probabilities when he's in the pocket. And that's what we need to have as traders when we're sitting at the desk. We need to be able to gauge probabilities because if we want to go down in history to our family, to our friends, as a real consistent entrepreneur, self-made day trader, we need to have statistics like this. You know what nobody talks about is the quarterback who scored the most touchdowns. No one cares about that. You know why? Because the guy who scored the most touchdowns probably threw the most passes and probably threw the most interceptions too. The most important statistic. And just like with traders, the guy who trades the most is not the most consistent. So again, the key here is your ratio of how many times are you going to read probabilities correctly and not turn the ball over, not take a bad trade. That's why I think Tom would be a great trader. So comment below, let me know. Let's see if we can get Tom in on this. He doesn't live too far from me now, but I'm not sure if he follows me yet. So comment below, tell me if you agree or disagree. Do you think Tom would be a great Forex trader? Do you think this statistic kind of proves what we need to be as traders, which is sharp with probabilities on our side and not taking every opportunity? Or do you still think you have to take every trade that you take, every trade that you see? Comment below, let me know what you think. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any other videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.